Okay, so new season of Battlegrounds. I know I've been away for 3 weeks. Life has gotten in the way, but I am back. So we have Mutant Mastery as the attacker buff. So they've brought that back. So if you're using a mutant on attack, you have a 40% chance to get a prowess buff, and that's also increased if you have debuffs on the opponent as well. And then they are removed after you've activated a special attack. So you get a nice damage boost if you're using mutants on attack. But we got on the defender we got power creep, which isn't that much of a big deal really. But it's for tenacity, which is the most annoying thing in this meta because they have a 25% chance to shrug off debuffs, which in some fights you'd think that potency of 25% is higher, and we have got some of those matches that I've recorded to show an example. But let's get into those fights. So for this meta, any character that does like passive damage is really, really good. So Kate Bishop is very, very good for this meta. If I had Negasonic Teenage Warhead, I'm sure she'd be doing very, very, very well too, because all her stuff is passive, which when I saw the deep dive for her, I was like, no way is that a thing. But to my shock, all her stuff is passive. So Negasonic would be good for those people who shield out for her. And also any character who can deal damage just through buffs. So obviously I've got my gal Valkyrie. She does very, very well. Hulkling does very well. So like a lot of cosmics do well. CGR, he does work. Just watch out for tenacity, essentially, is all you got to do with CGR. But that does mean science attackers have a bit of a disadvantage. Because obviously they do most of their damage through debuffs, but characters like Titania, they still work because Titania, the way she, not through her debuffs, but when she applies debuffs, she gains those small fury passives, and that's how to get the most damage out of her, really. So Titania still does work. I don't have Scorpion in my deck because obviously not the power stings or the poisons and the shocks and ruptures, I think they just get shrugged off too many times for him to work, which is massively unfortunate. But I've brought out my 7-star Danny Moonstar, and I would like to issue a public apology to Danny Moonstar. I was not familiar with your game. Because obviously with Danny, her Neuroshocks, they can be, if they get shrugged off, I think they have a chance to become passives, which is very, very nice. So she works this meta very well. So does Onslaught, because, if they shrug off a stun, you're going to get a passive, which means you get the extended duration from Neuroshocks. And also, like, the Daunted and the Magnetism you can put on the opponent, they become passive as well. So Onslaught is also a great attacker. But this fight with Danny is not the best, because I was still somewhat learning it. Like, I was somewhat familiar with Danny, but I haven't used her in a very, very long time. I think the last time I used her before I got the 7-star was for just messing around with her pre-buff when she was released as a 6-star. So yeah, this is like one of my first fights with Danny, so it's not the best. I was hoping that his special would KO, but I got like one crit there, which is most unfortunate because I think I got a Gambit Relic. Yeah, I've got a Gambit Relic on her, but this special feat doesn't do a lot because Korg hits like a fucking noodle. But yeah, so yeah, not the most optimal Danny Moonstar fight, but I will retract what I said about her being mid. She's decent. I quite like Danny. I think probably like after her buff, I think she's a little bit better now with dealing with Nick Furies as well, and anyone who has like immortality or death immunity or anything that prevents a character from getting knocked out, she's actually somewhat good for now, because it wasn't working as I think Kabam intended to pre-buff. But, you know, that was quite an easy fight. This dude, for some reason, took a Morbius against my Guardian, when I think they had... I think they had Gallon? I think. Or at least they had him in their draft, at least. But also, Guardian is another character I've been loving. Just with that Hulkbuster relic. Ooh, that is some good damage. That is very good damage. Yeah, they had a Gallon, so don't know why they didn't use Gallon for that. Because who did I have? Well, I mean, I suppose I did have Red Skull and Shuri. But, yeah, but now we've got a Absman against a Valkyrie fight. This isn't the best Valkyrie fight for Abs... mainly because this Absman wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, which was wait until we got to Special 2 and then throw it. This Absman just kept on throwing Special 1s, which is very, very annoying because obviously when he's in his Uru form, he's bleed immune, so Valkyrie does lose a decent chunk of her damage through that. But yeah, I think there's another Valkyrie fight, or is there two more in those 3 matches? I just love Valkyrie. I'd love to do just a showcase of what she can do in the game, because I use her so much. Just because of the power that she deals most of the damage through block, she can ignore quite a lot of things. Like I said it before, I think she's probably the best in Alliance War. She's probably one of the best hazard shift counters in the game. So I did actually get this Absman to finally get in that Magma form. But that did come out of the cost of a lot of health. And then they just fucking throw it back. And so then I have to use... I apologise for lag there. Have to use a heavy attack to get him out of it. But Special 2 still KOs it, because when they're purified, but when those Pierce becomes passives, they're a lot more stronger. But there we are. 2 Danny fights back to back. I think that just shows how good she is. So 1 for me and 1 for my opponent. So yeah, I do apologise to Danny Moonstar. So we have... I put my Red Skull down. Do I put Red Skull down? No, Shuri. Just because of her health. And here we've got a Kingpin and... Actually, and obviously, I'm not going to use Red Skull for this. Why would I use Red Skull when I have a perfect counter in Iceman? Now, Iceman, one of my favourite champs in the game. I keep saying characters. But yeah, Iceman, great defender, and he's a great attacker. I think Iceman, if he's released as a 7-star, I think he will see a resurgence in popularity. I really, really do. Because the one thing that is missing with Iceman is he doesn't have a way to get guaranteed crits. Because with his frostbite charges, how to place them on the opponent, 70% chance when you crit to place them on, or it's guaranteed for 2 if you throw Special 1. So, best way to play Iceman, in my opinion, is just spam Special 1s, build up those frostbite charges, those red passive ones, and detonate with a heavy, because when they're detonating with a heavy, they do more damage. So it's 18k right there. If they were to expire naturally, it wouldn't be doing as much. So that is definitely the best way to play Iceman. And I think this Kingpin fight is a good example. 43k on 4 charges. I apologise for the lag there. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? And also, because Kingpin, he's got long range on his Special 1, it's... I apologise for skip there as well. Wait... And 16k there, this dude, I think this dude's so good. And I think that if he does become a 7-star, which I think he's got a really good chance of, you place that precision, crit rate stat focus on him, and then get the Mr. Sinister relic on him. I think he might see a little bit of resurgence in popularity. I just wish there was like some sort of synergy or just some way built into his kit that he could get guaranteed crits all the time. But that's enough for me about gushing about Iceman. Let's move on to the next fight here. So I've just banned Craven. There's a rank 5 Ascended Craven here. Not going to want to deal with that. I banned Human Torch because I don't have... Well, I do have a Human Torch, but he's rank 3. He's probably going to go up to rank 4 at some point. Probably within the next, like, month or so. Future Ant-Man, because I don't like fighting Future Ant-Man unless I have Adam Warlock. And I'm not going to chance not having Adam Warlock. So yeah, this person's chosen Kushala, Gallon, and Omega Sentinel, who's now a 7-star thanks to the Omega Days event. But there we are, we have 2 of my favourite champions there in the game as well, Adam Warlock and obviously the Goat Man, or the Ice Goat. Now I've got Dr. Doom. Interesting choice in the rank 2 for the Silver Surfer there. That's very interesting. And Shocker. I'm going to get a Shocker at the end of the month thanks to the Valiant calendar. I'm really looking forward to getting Shocker. He's been one of my most desired. He's one of my most wanted champions recently. So we've got Hulkling there. Been loving Hulkling ever since I rank 5'd him. Got my 600 Korg there as well. And just got an Ascended Havoc. Would love a 7-star Havoc. Really would love a 7-star Havoc. Where's he going to choose? Longshot? Is he going to choose Longshot here? Thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Yeah, so this goes Iceman. And then who do I pick last? Who do I pick last? Red Skull? Do I pick Red Skull? Yeah. Didn't really have the best options there, but Red Skull, such an annoying defender. I just don't see him a lot. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because people haven't figured out he's been buffed or something. I just don't know. So we're going to have a Doom off here. So Hugh's got the best Doom fighting skills. I think that one it said rank 4 Doom, so I do have the advantage here. Longshot's an interesting pick for Doom. And then I'm choosing a Valkyrie. I apologise for the back-to-back Valkyrie gameplay. Actually, no, I'm not going to apologise. She's my favourite character in this game. I'm not apologising for that. But yeah, with Doom, Doom's annoying. And also, thank goodness that this Doom's got a low Sig level, because don't want to deal with the shocks when he nullifies buffs. Don't want to deal with that at all. But yeah, with Doom, I think I've just learned that with the special 2, if I'm going to bait that out, I've just got to just block the final 3 hits of that beam, because I'd rather take the red chip damage from that rather than get beaten because I took like the whole thing to the face or like 1 hit from the face because I dex too early. So yeah, thank goodness that this Doom decided to hold block. And then special 2, very, very nice. Is he going to hold block again? No, that is fine. And then that special 1's going to finish it off. Bog standard Valkyrie fight there. She dealt with that extremely, extremely well. So yeah, that is Valkyrie. But what other characters can do well in this meta, apart from all the ones I've listed before? I think Hyperion probably do quite well, even though, obviously, with a special 2, if they get that armor break shrugged off. I'm trying to think what other characters do well here. Basically, anyone who has passives and just gains buffs and doesn't place debuffs on the opponent, essentially. So anyone like that, they'll do very, very well. But yeah, this is just me waiting down the clock. That was a 60-second fight. And they don't really have... Well, I mean, what defenders have they got? I mean, I suppose they've got Havoc, but I've got Hulkling, I've got Adam who can deal with that. But yeah, so most of the characters here, or most of the champs they've got where they can place on defense, I've got counters for. So, do I place down Korg? I place down Korg. I'm hoping that because obviously my Korg's rank max Sig, that, well, he's going to be shrugging stuff off for days, regardless of the tenacity. This person's got Galland, and so you're going to see some Adam Warlock gameplay now, who is now Sig 200. I know he's at a weird, like, Sig 192. That's because I had a load of, had like 50 signature stone crystals for 6 stars. I thought I was popping them open, and all the cosmics went into Adam. I don't know why. I just decided to go for the sovereignty counter right away. He even shrugged off my taunt, but thankfully I get lucky and he throws a special one without it. And then, yeah, this is going to be a very, very bog standard Adam fight. So special 2, shrugs off the stun, and then hit into the relic, and the relic does the job. And even if that didn't, I could just throw in a heavy attack or 5-hit combo. But yeah, that is Adam. Adam, I think he's seen a little bit more resurgent, a little bit of popularity in recent times. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the 7-star with the banquet event. I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad everyone's sort of turned around on Adam now, because I think everyone thought he was kind of like at the beginning. But yeah, that was a round 2 win there for me there. Now we got onto the final fight, which I recorded, which I think I recorded this morning, the day I'm recording this. And I should have banned that Sauron. I do not like fighting Sauron at all, and I have an absolute dreadful fight against Sauron. So he's got an ascended rank 4 Hulk. My Hulk's now rank 4 because I was getting really frustrated that I couldn't pull a 7-star one. But hopefully if I enter Necropolis again, because I do plan on doing that 100%, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have to see how my unit stuff goes. But yeah, we'll have to see on that one. Because if I still don't have Hulk by the time I've explored Necropolis, I might pick him from that selector. But that's enough about Necropolis. So I choose Hulkling and Maestro here. I needed someone to deal with that Infinity Man. I still have not got a domino counter, and I don't believe I get one. No, I don't get a domino counter, so that's going to be a little bit annoying. And then I choose Silk. I think I chose that. Yeah, I chose that Silk primarily for that Sauron, and that fight does not go well. Because, again, like I said with Tenacity, it either feels like it's not working, or it's working 100% on overtime. But no Maestro counter, so I place Maestro down. I think I choose Black Cat, so respect to the Black Cat. And then you're going to see some domino gameplay, because I finally have a domino at rank 4 and Sig 200 after spending a load of trophy tokens for a Battleground store. Like, ever since I got on Valiant, I've just been buying those 50 6-star 6 stones you can get every single week. And pretty worthwhile investment, if you ask me. But again, this Korg shrugs off everything to begin with. But I was not aware how good Domino was for Korg. Even though he's bleed immune, still pretty good. Now, a problem I had with this Korg is that he would not throw his specials, and it was incredibly annoying. So I had to wait out to bait that. So much. One of the most annoying things in Battlegrounds for me is when you're trying to bait out an opponent's special and they just don't want to do it. I had it with Hulkling this morning. It was going to be such an easy win, because I basically cornered my opponent where they had to use Doom against my Red Skull, and I lost because Hulkling would not throw his fucking special 2, and then he got an opening on me because he parried me and hit me with a special 3, and I was using Valkyrie. Like, it would have been such an easy win, but no. That Hulkling had to hold on to all his power and then hit me and get a special 3 and hit me, and I lost the round. So thank you. But now, that's my rant on that Hulkling fight. That fight actually really annoyed me. So I placed down Photon here, because not really a lot of Photon counters that dude has. This guy places Sauron, which is why I chose my Silk. But again, like I said, Science Champions don't do so well, because obviously they do their damage through debuffs. But Silk's a little bit of a hybrid, because you got those passive Furies from the Heavy, and the debuffs, like the physical vulnerability and the stuff on her specials. But yeah, this fight was absolutely fucking dreadful, because he was shrugging, this Sauron was shrugging off everything. Every time I would charge a heavy attack for stun, it was so incredibly annoying, and I apologise for jumps. Don't know what's going on my recording here. So that one's stuck. My god, that was a massive jump. What the fuck happened there? Just skipped ahead like 10 seconds. But yeah, as you can see, I was not having a good time with this fight. Like, trying to get... Just, yeah, I had to go special, so it pushed me to special 3. And then, so I had to just do as much damage as I could, hoping that the special 1 would do enough damage. And it almost did. And if I had a relic there, I could have just thrown that immediately, and that would have done it. But it wasn't to be. And I wouldn't have won that fight anyway. So that was massively unfortunate. Very massively unfortunate. And I suppose my game just couldn't handle the fact that Silk just did not do very well. Because again, I love Silk. But yeah, I would take that one on the chin. I probably should have chosen someone different. But yeah, now we've got a fight I was kind of dreading, because I knew this was going to do it, because there's no way he was going to place Iron Man Infinity War, because I had Hulkling. So I just had to pray for garbage RNG that this dude got for my bullseye. Because Archangel's a really good counter. As I found out at the beginning of this meta. Why didn't I discover it earlier, I should say? I don't know. But thankfully, Hulkling comes through. This is not the best fight. But because this person's running recoils, for whatever reason... Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense, because if they get shrugged off, that's like... You know... That's pretty good, to be fair. But yeah. So with Domino, I want to get to special 2. Just when I get fucking hit there, that's just a sloppy mess on my part. It's waiting there for a special. Still waiting there for her to throw a special 2. There she goes, she throws it. I throw this into block, I think. Do I throw this into block? Yeah, I do. So just waiting for her to just turtle up. Special 2 into block. Run in, spam the relic, and there we are. Very clean Hulkling fight there. And we win. So, hope you enjoy this video. Like I said, this meta, incredibly annoying with that Tenacity, but apart from that, it's fine. But if you enjoy this video and watched it all the way to the end, thank you very much. Leave a thumbs up if you want to. Disliked it if you dislike it. And then if you like this video, check out some of my other content on this channel. And if you like the content I do on the channel, feel free to make that subscribe button to go to grey. And also, because, you know, you can get post notifications and all that, click the bell if you want. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.